Welcome back to the channel today. We are spotlighting the 1992 10 pence coin from the United Kingdom. We will dive into what makes this coin valuable among collectors and why it could be worth big money. Let's get started. To understand the significance of the 1992 10 pence coin, we need to go back to Britain's decimalisation process. In 1971, decimal day transformed the currency, replacing the centuries-old pound shillings and pence system with a much simpler system of 10 new pence to the pound. Among the new decimal coins introduced was the large 10p coin, which actually matched the size and weight of the old 2-shilling florin. To ease the transition, that original 10p was huge by modern standards, 28.5 mm in diameter and 11.3 grams in weight. For over 20 years, people carried these large 10p coins in their pockets. But by the 1980s, many felt they were unnecessarily bulky. The government and the Royal Mint decided that a smaller, more convenient version was needed, and thus in 1992 the first of the smaller 10p coins entered circulation. That makes the 1992 issue a historic milestone, representing the moment when Britain's coinage shifted toward more compact and user-friendly designs. Like other UK coins of the time, the Obverse or head side of the 1992 10p features the portrait of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth, designed by sculptor Raphael Malcolm. This effigy of the Queen was used on British coins from 1985 to 1997 and is instantly recognisable for its regal elegance. In this portrait, the Queen wears the George IV state diadem, a crown set with diamonds and pearls, which she traditionally wore to the state opening of Parliament. Surrounding the portrait is the legend Elizabeth DG Reg FD 1992, which is Latin for Elizabeth by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. This inscription not only reflects the Queen's title but also roots the coin in British tradition. For collectors, the obverse is a useful way to identify the coin's date, as it sits just below the Queen's portrait and it connects the 1992 issue directly to this important transitional moment in coinage history. Turning to the reverse, the 1992 10 pence coin continued to feature the classic design by Christopher Ironside, which had been used since decimalisation in 1968. This design shows a crowned lion, a powerful heraldic symbol of England, standing proud within the field of the coin. Above the lion appears the denomination spelled out as 10 pence, with the numeral 10 positioned clearly below. The crowned lion design is deeply traditional, representing British strength and sovereignty, and it remained a fixture on the 10p until 2008, when the Royal Mint introduced a new reverse as part of the jigsaw-style Royal Shield series. What makes the 1992 issue particularly significant is that it was the first time this classic lion design was struck on the smaller, lighter coin format. So while the design itself was not new, the size change gave it a fresh presence in the nation pockets. Now let's talk about the specifications. The 1992 10 pence coin was a big departure from its predecessor. While the original large 10p weighed 11.3 grams and measured 28.5 millimeters, the new smaller version weighed just 6.5 grams and measured 24.5 millimeters across nearly the same size as the old 1-shilling coin. This dramatic reduction made the 10p far easier to carry and more practical in everyday use. Importantly, the coin was still struck in cupra nickel, an alloy of 75% copper and 25% nickel. This composition gave it durability and the distinctive silver-like appearance. Later in 2012, the composition would change to nickel-plated steel to save on production costs. But in 1992, we still had traditional cupra nickel coins. Collectors often note that these early small 10p coins feel more substantial than their modern steel counterparts, and this makes the 1992 issue more appealing in terms of tactile quality and nostalgia. In terms of mintage, the Royal Mint struck an impressive number of 10p coins in 1992 to replace the large versions. The circulation mintage for the 1992 small 10p was 1,413,455,170, over 1.4 billion coins. That a staggering number, which ensured that the entire nation quickly adapted to the new smaller coin size. Because of this high mintage, the 1992 10p is not considered rare, and most examples you will find in circulation today are well worn. However, there were also brilliant uncirculated BU coins issued in presentation packs, as well as proof versions struck for collectors in annual proof sets. These special issues are much scarcer and tend to command collector premiums. especially if they are still sealed in their original Royal Mint packaging. So while the everyday 1992 10p might only be worth face value, the collector editions tell a different story. So what is a 1992 10 pence coin worth today? For circulated examples, the answer is unfortunately simple. They are worth 10p or around 10 to 15 US cents. With such a massive mintage, they remain extremely common and most are found in worn condition. However, the value can rise if you have a high-grade uncirculated example in mint state condition. These coins can fetch anywhere from £1 to £3 and brilliant uncirculated coins in sealed packs might sell for around £5 to £10. Proof coins, especially silver-proof versions, are the most valuable, often selling for £15 to £25 or more depending on condition and market demand. So while the standard circulation coin is not, rare collectors who specialize in decimal coinage always need a 1992 example to complete their sets, and pristine versions are becoming harder to find as time goes on. As with many coins struck in such enormous quantities, the 1992 10p does have occasional minting errors. These include off-center strikes, die cracks, and planchette flaws, though none are particularly famous or widely known. Error coins can sometimes sell for significantly more than face value depending on the severity of the error and collector interest. Another point worth noting is that because 1992 was the very first year of the smaller size 10p, there is no overlap between the large and small coins dated 1992, meaning all 1992 dated 10p coins are small size versions. That makes them easy to identify and collect as a milestone in UK coinage history. So, while you are not likely to stumble on a fortune with a standard 1992 10p, keeping an eye out for unusual errors could make the difference between a 10p coin and a £20 or £30 collectible. For collectors of modern British coinage, the 1992 10p coin is a must-have. It represents a turning point in the Royal Mint history, when practicality and modernisation reshaped the way the nation coins were designed. It also marked the continuation of Christopher Ironside lion design on a smaller canvas, giving the old familiar design a refreshed role in circulation. Many collectors build full decimal sets that include both the large and small versions of the 10p, and 1992 is the natural cutoff point between the two. For young collectors today, this coin is also a great entry piece. It's affordable, widely available, but still rich in history. The Royal Mint itself celebrated the smaller 10p as part of its drive toward more efficient coinage, so owning a 1992 example is like holding a piece of that transformation in your hands. In summary, the 1992 United Kingdom 10 pence coin is not rare in terms of numbers, but it is priceless in terms of historical significance. It marked the very first year of the smaller size 10p, making it a defining moment in Britain's decimal coinage journey. With over 1.4 billion struck, most examples are common and worth only face value, but uncirculated proof and silver-proof versions carry collector premiums. Add in the occasional error, and you have got plenty of reasons why the 1992 10p is worth a closer look for anyone building a decimal coin collection. This coin is a must, not for its rarity, but for its story. The story of Britain adapting its currency to the needs of a modern economy. If you have enjoyed this deep dive into the 1992 10 pence coin, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you do not miss our next uploads. We have got more videos coming on coins from the UK, the US, Australia, and beyond, so stay tuned, and as always, happy collecting.